Linsanity could have been $100 million business. Woo. And I'm trying to get this through to him.
Yeah, he wasn't trying to hear that from nobody.
Peace. Welcome back to 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. I'm Carmelo Anthony here with my co-host.
It's your boy, the Kid Mero, the human do-rag flat baby. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is. This is 7 p.m. in Brooklyn, a Wave Sports and Entertainment original presented by Prize Picks. Man, today we have the one and only. He's one of LA's finest, product South Central. 97 Gatorade High School Player of the Year, revolutionized the game. He had mad announcers being like, oh my goodness! You know what I'm saying? He probably has one of the nastiest fuck your feelings dunks of all time over Keelan Lasko in the playoffs. We welcome BD Boom Dizzle Baron Davis in the building. What's good, my guy? You know what I'm saying? Out here, pitching cookies like, you know what I mean? Like Kevin Cole. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm all frib about, but we can get into that. We had Rudy Gay on the show a couple weeks ago. And we was talking about you throwing cookies at Charles Barkley.
Shit. That was you, bro. That was you. Hey, bro, that was you.
Yo, dog. Because that's the type of shit I do. You feel me? And I'm over here thinking like, yo, chill, you got to be like you know what I mean? Private school, like, bro, this is NBA Awards.
NBA Awards,
they let you in the building, dog.
Why him, though?
They let you,
Chuck?
Yeah.
Ah, man, we was just messing around with Chuck. He was sitting on the stage right there, and you couldn't really see nothing, so we was just like tossing them cookies and shit. You know what I mean? Throwing cookies at him. You know, Chuck a good sport, man, so, you know.
He might throw one back at you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
you gonna eat the first two, you throw one back. I'm fucking with Chuck.
He was looking though, like, 5 second rule. It's gonna take you longer to get down there, bro. He like, oh, damn.
Damn, I can't reach.
Damn.
I guess Ernie, pass me one of them cookies, Ernie. That was a wild situation because I'm thinking like, because that's the type of shit I do. You feel me?
Man, you know, yeah.
But I'm thinking like, yo, I'm new here, B. I got to be on my best behavior, you know what I'm saying? But then I see you doing that. I was like, oh, we wilding all
night.
Hit
me with a cookie is crazy.
Hey, bro.
They hit you with a cookie.
You know, when I retired, I was like, all right, I'm going to go with this like Larry David, Bill Murray type of comedy. So whatever I think is funny, you know what I mean?
It's just
funny. Everything is an inside joke, you know what I mean?
Hold on, not to cut you off. Give them insight on what you're saying, though. Like, at that time period that these NBA awards was going on, where you was at.
Yeah, I was. You know what I'm saying? My career was over.
Yep.
I came back. We started doing the Knickstape.
Knickstape
so
came
we
booming.
was the Knickstape was booming, and everybody on the team was like, "Man, let him be creative." You know what I mean? And so I was just like, that's how I started to like build my little brand. So then I made a video called The Comeback, you know, just kind of playing around. But I just wanted to get into acting and like creating, you know, different shit. So I figured like I had to rebrand myself. So, you know, I would become somebody that you couldn't box in and you couldn't understand.
Right.
So throwing cookies at Charles Barkley. you couldn't understand.
You can't understand it.
Like, why is he doing that? You know what I mean?
I don't know, but it's funny.
It's, you know what I mean? But I think, you know, it's kind of like, you know, I think Melo and them, you know, start calling me like Forrest Gump and shit. You know what I mean? Somebody called me Forrest Gump. Yeah, Matt Barnes, one of them. Like, they just, you know, I don't mind. Like, I try to keep it light.
Yeah.
You know, I try to make people laugh and shit and, you know, say shit that's like, ain't nobody really thinking of, you know what I mean? But, you know, playing on the Knicks, getting a chance to play with this dude, that's all he want to do is laugh. He laugh all day. Crack jokes all day. He don't
What's
stop.
that locker room like?
Hey,
when you in there cutting ass, talking shit?
Don't walk in there with no bullshit. don't be dressed funny, nothing, bro. Hey, just like, keep your shit tight. You gonna get fraud. You got Shump in there.
Everybody can get it.
Everybody loud, bro. Shump loud, JR loud, Melo loud. Like, bro, Amari loud. Everybody got jokes. You know what I mean? Be careful, bro. Be careful. Like, this show to work. This show to work. You know what I mean?
Everybody be like, we ain't going to that locker room today.
Coaches getting bagged on, anybody.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man, dudes was just having fun. I think that's the beauty of the league is like you with your brothers, you know what I mean? And you like big kids.
Yeah.
You know, the same shit you was doing when you was 10, 11 years
Fry a
old.
nigga up and still be cool. Yeah.
But that's later. You know what I'm saying? That's after he had to reinvent himself or figure out, okay, this is what the business is. This is what's happening. This is where I'm at. I gotta do that.
What's the difference between that Baron Davis and like, you know what I mean? Like Warriors Baron Davis.
New Orleans. Let's talk about New Orleans.
Oh, man.
New Orleans, Barry. Hold on. Fuck that.
Yeah. Hold on.
That was the end of my Tupac era.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, man, I'm not hanging around the right dudes. I do not want to be Tupac.
Even
that was the full album era? That was the full album?
Man, that was...
New Orleans BD don't get enough credit, though.
He's out there cooking.
Yeah, but it don't get enough credit. And what I'm saying is, it don't get enough credit when those conversations are brought up. Who's them guys? Like, who's one of them? You know, we talk about
bucket getters, talking about
white hats, and for BD at that time, his size, his athleticism, his vision, his IQ for the game, he was a killer. Like he one of my favorites of all ever.
Yeah, Melo was.
You understand? From day one,
I met
freshman.
Melo. Yeah, I met Melo. What was he like? 14 when I went to Baltimore.
He was working out.
Melo was in the homie living room. He was like, man, he going pro. He was like, yep, I'm going pro. I was like, I know you are, dude. I was like, damn, I'm all like a 6'8", 15, braids. He was like, yeah, I'm going pro. I was like, yes, you are, sir. I'm a fan already. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
how'd you know? Like, was it watching the film or was it seeing the play? Or
because of the niggas he was
because the people I was with,
the niggas he was dealing with.
This nigga was like NIL at 15, you know what I mean? And like, and all my partners, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the league, so all my partners I'm hanging out with, he hanging out with us.
Yeah.
Right.
15. And it's like, man, who is this kid, man? He was like, yeah, I'm going pro. All right, bro, you going pro. Let's cracking.
Yeah.
Let's make a shake, man. You know what I'm
freshman
saying?
year.
That's when, but I didn't see you until that point.
Then I seen him his freshman year.
Yeah.
I'm in New Orleans hooping, and he killing college. So the Final Four in New Orleans, championship.
Okay.
Game.
So y'all kicked it together during that time. What was that like? Did you give him game? Like, was it? You know what I mean? What was?
It was all game.
Yeah.
Right.
Like it was all game without it even being game.
Mm.
You know what I mean? It was like, oh shit, okay, this happens.
Yeah.
Oh, this how they move?
Oh, this shit's like this?
Oh, it's like this?
Yeah. Go and win this national championship, bro. Because your era, man, your era, y'all about to take it to a whole nother level. And that was, for me, it was just like being relatable, letting them know where I was, what I was trying to do, what I was doing. Because at the time, that was like, I was my own agent too.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And I was like, bro, like by the time, like this shit gonna open up for y'all, y'all gonna be straight. Man, go get that national championship. You know what I mean? And so we was just kicking it, playing dominoes.
This was before the Texas game.
Yep.
The Final Four game, the night before.
Yeah.
They're like, yo, BD down here. Yo, I'm gonna have him come pick you up. That nigga ain't come to pick this fuck out of here. That nigga pull right up.
Let's go. Get up out this hotel, bro.
Playing dominoes. Just, it was just more of the environment. You get what I'm saying? And the energy, like, damn, this is like this is what I want. Like, this is how I want to be as far as relatable. Like, this is my lane. You
took him around the way type shit.
Huh?
You took him like around the way?
I brought him to my house. And we was just playing dominoes, talking hoop.
We in New Orleans.
Yeah. They was in the hotel. And it was like, man, you can't sit in the hotel and just be, oh, man, the game coming with your teammates, motherfuckers bumping time, playing video games. I'm like, yo, man. Hey, bro, come chill, man. Get a nice home-cooked meal, and let's talk about the game. Let's talk about the league, watch some league games.
And we watched the game.
We
watched a bunch of NBA games that day. And I'm like, oh, shit. Like, this is
like, this is where you going, bro. Regardless.
This is what it's supposed to be.
Did you see anything that night?
You watching NBA games. You got home-cooked meals. It's
the life.
This is the life.
This was waiting for me.
It was crazy.
I hope
it was.
Hey, bro, that was
Did you know
crazy.
that? Was you confident? Did you say like to yourself, like, yo, man, I'm gonna be right there with you?
At this point,
Hell yeah.
at this point, like I'm already in Final Four mode.
Right.
So I'm already, like I'm 10 toes down and I got an opportunity to create something totally different. But I also have a different aura that's coming with me too to college. Which is why the people that was in place at that time put us together. Because they like, yo, you can relate to this. You know how to deal with this. I need you to go talk to him. I need you to let him know. Stay on the right path. You know what I'm saying?
He come from, you know what I mean? He come from Baltimore.
Yeah.
And like, when I met him at 15, and we all know the same people, and then as you hear his story, it's like, man, hold on. You gotta let him know, like, homie, you got a greater mission, bro. You know what I mean?
It's something different.
The whole way, you got a greater purpose, because, especially like when it's young dudes like that, and the era, you got to think the era, everybody gangbanging, everybody start getting tattoos, wearing white t-shirts, got the braids and the cornrows. The league started looking different. You know what I mean? So it's like, and ain't everybody ready
for that shit.
Everybody is just following the trend. So like the kids that come from that shit, you know what I mean? They about to walk in, all this, but you about to walk into some shit.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? And so it's like, bro, you bigger than all this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Higher purpose. And that's like when you see somebody like Melo, like you automatically connect, because you like, man, he get it. He from there and he cold. You a fan already. We're a fan.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like in basketball, you just a fan of people's art. And that's what it was. And it was more about the art. It was like, man, this dude is cool. This dude got it. Like he got, like, ain't none of this shit affecting him. You know what I mean? And like, that's the dudes you really want to tap into. You know what I mean? On that frequency.
I went to the Final Four on 1,000.
Like, yo,
I don't put the male niggas in there eating
fucking continental breakfast.
Hotel food.
Smoking on the toaster.
That shit hella salty too.
Continental breakfast for dinner is
You gotta drink a half a gallon of water after.
So he got me out.
They gave you high V.
Shit, they gave you sweet tea, lemonade. Hey, bro, they gave you
crazy.
Hey,
Man.
that shit like syrup.
That's a moment. That was a moment. But that really like gave me like confidence to be like, yo, you got one of them ones saying you coming, like you on your way, like I got you. Back then, nobody was grabbing niggas up.
Nah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like nobody was.
Wasn't no DMing.
But not even that. It wasn't no vets that was like grabbing niggas up.
Not even from your own city.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't nobody like, hey, fool, come here, I'm going to take you under my wing, you know what I mean, and show you the ropes. It wasn't none of that. It was all rival. And, if somebody was better than the next person, everybody just trying to hold their claim and shit.
Because you still got niggas that's nice. You got to think, I'm coming in at 19, right? You still got niggas that's in college playing, who was the man in the town, who's that guy in the city, like who, when you think about certain guys from each city, at one point in time, you got to go against those guys.
Yeah.
If they supposed to be that guy, like everybody in the city looking at this one guy, eventually y'all gotta
bust his ass.
You get what I'm saying? But you gotta go through that, getting your ass bust to like, all right, damn, okay, now it's my time. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we all go through it. Like that torch is really hard to pass.
Yeah,
in the city like that.
They
like,
not passing no torches, bro.
Any hoods where there's multiple people
passed.
coming out of, it's hard to pass that torch. Very hard to pass.
Keep that shit. Like,
so you almost got to go take
back
that.
then, you got to go take it. You know what I mean?
Torch.
You got to go claim that. Like, you got to go be the show.
Right.
You know what I mean? It ain't no highlight videos that's about to make you like, you got to go find the top dog. And you got to say, oh, you number one? All right, I'm on the court now. Let me see where I rank. If you don't rank in the top 5 yet, you got to keep working. You know what I mean? It wasn't no like, oh, we play over here, y'all play over here, and you won, and I'm 1A. Like, fuck that. Who's number one?
Right.
please, can you play? You know what I mean?
Let me give you this 30 real
Who's
quick.
the best person in the city? Man, how old are you? Do you want to play one-on-one?
Right.
You know what I mean? And that was kind of like the competitive nature. So it was hard to pass this torch, but it was also hard to like break that barrier and reach back and be like, man, I'm until you get to where you are. Until you don't need him.
Until you get past that guy, whoever that guy is. And then now it's like, okay, like, all right. It's a respect, but it's still not a torch being passed.
Right.
Like, you still got to go get it. Let me see what you do over there. All right, let me see what you do over there. It's like, it's still not fully passed.
It's not willingly passed.
You have to go get the torch when you're in those environments.
Goddamn. So you saying that you went into the Final Four on 1,000 because he, you know what I mean, put the battery in your bag, let you know what it was. Yo, you one of them ones.
You got to think about the people that I met, the guys that I met. Like, I didn't meet I met BD, right? At this point in time, in the early 2000s, when he on his deed. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's stepping in everybody's chest.
I met T-Mac.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right? This is T-Mac, like,
come on, man.
Orlando T-Mac, like,
unguardable.
Cold.
You know what I mean? I'm hanging with T-Mac. I'm just in awe, like, in a hotel room. Like, damn, son. Like, oh, he about to go play the Wizards. Like, I'm with him before pregame. Damn. This is what it's right?
Yeah.
Those are the three guys that I was being kind of like,
that's little bro.
That's little bro. Those are the three guys.
Right. So
everybody else was
good looking.
Yeah, you ain't do shit yet. Like, it was that.
Yeah.
But those three guys was the ones that I was there hanging out with, rooms, advice, studying. Like, it wasn't the games I was studying. It was more of how they was carrying themselves, how they was moving. These guys come from my environment. This is what that's the only shit I can look at to get that experience.
So that night, you know what I'm saying, you would consider a 7 p.m. moment.
That was 2.
Which is a segment we got on the show. It's called 7 p.m. moment. It's a moment in your career, life, whatever, where you was like, yo, BD, man, it's time to lock in.
Mm-hmm.
We about to go play this series. We about to go, I'm about to go invest in this company. I'm about to go, you know what I mean? Jump in a 13-foot pool. I don't know how to swim. Like, whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? A moment where you was just like, all right, bro, like, this is it right here.
I ain't never talked about this one. So the whole Donald Sterling shit, the Clippers, right? So I get to the Clippers. Man, my first day of the Clippers, the media dude come up to me and say, hey, no matter what he say to you, bro, don't pay attention to him. He don't mean what he say. I don't know what the fuck that means.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
you ain't met him yet.
Man, no. And so that just kind of spiraled to the season where it was just all this beef. So I go to Africa. And I was like, all right, this man racist, but like, what do I know about racism? So I go to Africa. I do like some NGO work, you know, just moving around. But when I get to Africa, man, I call Pooh and I said, Pooh, like, man, I ain't trying to be no Magic Johnson. You know what I mean? Like, Magic is Magic Johnson. Like, Magic is from Michigan. I was like, we should start something LA Unified. I said, man, whatever y'all need, whatever y'all want me to do, just tell me what to do, and I'm there. Wherever I'm at, y'all at. You know what I mean? And at that moment, it was just like, all right, man, I'm just about to act in a worker service for my homeboys. And I'm going to be like their stepping stone.
Right.
So however you need to be around me in the prime of my career, you know what I mean? I'm just going to make sure you got the same relationships and the same people know you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can see the longevity in this. And so that was kind of like the moment. And then I realized like what racism is. You know what I mean? And I realized like what my goal and what my path was for like a black dude in America versus a black dude in Africa. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so like that kind of like really fucked me up. And then I was like, all right, if all my homeboys could go to Rwanda when you get off the plane, you know what I mean? They would never experience nothing like this again in their life. You know what I mean? Because it was love and it was dudes saying like, yo, man, like, you my cousin, or you like, man, I ain't your cousin, bro. Like, no, you my cousin, bro. You one of us.
Trust me.
Like, and you know, we come from a place like, fool, where you from? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, fool, I ain't from, you know what I mean? And they was like, hey, bro, you my brother. He was like, damn, dude, like, and it was just us. So it was like kind of deemed on me. Like when I came back, I was like, all right, I gotta help more people get there.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I gotta just keep reaching back.
So taking that mentality back to the Clippers.
Mm-hmm.
What was the difference? Like your mindset had to be different. Your whole
going into the next year,
going into that next year,
yeah,
because that right there elevates the play because you feel like you're more aware, you're more enlightened. You seeing some whole other shit in the rest of the world. Now you come back to the point and the question that you had. Damn, is this nigga racist? Then everybody saying,
yeah, bro.
Like what does basically fucking whatever he say don't even, you know what I mean? Like, what does that mean? What the fuck that mean?
Yeah, it was just, at that point, it was hard. You know what I mean? Because I'm from LA, and like, bro, you're not going to be talking to me like this.
Yeah.
Man. I'm about to throw this ball like, you know, I used to
Hey, He is a bug out.
I would say, hey, bro, just run down the sideline, bro, right where he at. Let me throw you a pass. You got some scared. You know, dude was like, nah, I ain't doing that, bro. I ain't, you know, like to that point. But like what I realized was he's not racist, bro. He's just a hate everybody is. Like this dude is not even like, he's so delusional and dysfunctional in the way he thinks and the way that he interacts with people that this is not a fucking... The problem is him, but it's also like the way that he affects everybody in the organization.
The mindset.
Right.
Right. Because like, why are you calling the PR lady or the community? You know what I mean? Like everybody worked for him in his business. And so for me, it was like, you ain't even smart enough to be racist, homie. And that was the year when I was like, well, shit, like you the dumb motherfucker. You paid me the most that you paid anybody in your life. And you don't want to have a conversation with me? Like, hey, all right, man. So, like, for me, it was like, I was just like, hey, bro, I got, you know, like, I didn't want to leave because my grandma, she was, you know, getting sick and she was fading. So I was just trying to stick it out. And I was like, man, if I can just, after 3 years, I know I can turn it around because it's going to take, like, energy. You know what I mean? The energy and like to get people to like not be worried about that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then like Live City started happening and shit like that. But that shit was just a struggle because it was like, man, I want to like throw the ball at this dude's face. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And nobody's listening. So fuck it. You know what
you
I
look
mean?
crazy.
I look crazy.
Yeah, the narrative, you
all
look crazy.
The media, you out of shape. How am I out of shape? I play with a broke hand to start to, you know, it was just everything was like, I'm the bad influence. And it's like, all right, well.
Wait till y'all hear this TMZ report. You know what I'm saying?
So, did you see the series? The Clipper series?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, me either.
Nah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
You know, it's probably good acting. I'll watch it. But
I played Matt
It's probably good acting. No, I was asking to see if you know, a lot of time we don't get a, you know, we don't get a chance to like talk to the people that the story is actually about.
Yeah,
you
bro. Like I would say, you know, when I was there, a lot of people was like just getting started. And there was people before me, you know what I mean? And I honestly don't, like, I'm amazed by like dudes from a basketball standpoint that they was able to like block him out or not take offense. Man, I took offense. You know what I mean? Like that shit affected me. You know what I mean? But I think at that moment, you know, I think the movie pick up from like the Chris Paul now. You know what I mean? But it was like nobody was talking. I was the only one like, man, fuck this dude. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it was just like there's some, like the story progressed, you know what I'm saying? But the root of this shit, like, really happened. Like, I don't know why he was fucking with me like that though. But his wife came up and tried to apologize, and I told her to get out my face. Like, you know, please, lady, you don't exist to me.
I think we all know what was. You know what I mean? It's a lot of, you know, that breaking that. You know what I mean? Like he's trying to break that. Like.
And it was
We
just
know
like,
what that is.
bro, it was just like, man, I never talk about the Clipper team, bro. That shit is just like, I was like walking into a circus.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was just, everything was distracting.
Right.
Did that bother you?
Hell yeah.
Okay, so I'm glad you answered that. I'm glad you answered that. How long did it take for you to get out of the mindset like, damn, why is, like, they don't talk about you with the Clippers,
Yeah.
right? Like you said, to your point, they kick it off with CP and Lobs City.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? They
Mhm.
kick it off with that. Golden State, right? They mention y'all, but y'all gotta self-promote y'all. You,
Yeah.
Matt Bond, y'all gotta promote yourself.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? They start that with Steph. So
Yeah.
it seemed like you always got the
like if I was
the fucked up end of the stick though.
Yeah, it's
You
like,
was always in the transition phase
yeah.
of
I'm the
of all your
person who
situations.
come in and be like, damn, all right, this the owner? Well, fuck it. All right, what we gotta do to change the vibe around this motherfucker? You know what I mean?
Right. But
Or this the energy. When I got to Golden State, bro, like nobody wanted to play basketball. That shit was like a class. And I was like, hold on, yo, like, nah, practice. Hey, bro, let's scrimmage or something. You know what I mean? I got ADD. Like, I want to hoop. I want to work out.
Yeah.
Like, I do not want to be listening to no coach telling me, man, you got to do this. You got to, man, go sit your ass down,
Fuck
Mike
outta here.
Montgomery. You know what I mean? And so, like, so that energy started changing. You know what I mean?
Right.
When we got there, and then the whole we believe. But I think, you know, to your point, Melo, it was just, you know, there's a transition period in every team's like lifespan or whatnot. And I always just consider myself like the dude who changed the energy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like my whole thing was like, just change the energy, just change the dynamic, whether I get credit for the shit or not, whether we as a We Believe team get credit for it or Matt or Stack, like Monte, Al, like all of us played a huge part of like the We Believe, but it was also Oakland. It was also the Bay Area. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it was Mr. Fab.
Yeah.
You know, he never missed a game.
Yeah.
That shit was jumping. You know what I mean? Like, when I first got there, it was already packed. They was just waiting for like somebody to like believe that we could win. You know what I mean? And so sometimes it's just a belief and a mentality that's like, man, like, fuck all this shit. Like, this is like, let's go have fun, you know, type of shit. So that's the way I look at it. You know what I mean?
But being an LA dude and going to play for the Clippers, was it like a damn, man, y'all had to fuck up my homecoming with this asshole?
Yeah.
No, it was
You know
more
what I
so
mean?
like,
Like-
man, if we could beat the Lakers, right? Man, if we could beat the Lakers, let's start there. Like, let's make the Laker game competitive, right? And let's start making a rivalry against the Lakers. You know what I mean? So like, they ain't just like, so people in LA start recognizing this because then the kids will start fucking with us. So you create a different dynamic with the younger kids if the Clippers actually can stand up to the Lakers. And so that was kind of like, if we can become something in the city and known for something in the city, then it'll give us a chance to like keep building. You know, and the team got better, you know what I mean? Then Lobs City came, they had, you know, the most talented team on the court, you know what I mean? Or
They had their
on the
run. They
roster.
had a couple of runs though.
They had some runs.
Especially early on my year. I mean, early in my first
Yeah, but
couple
even
years.
Sam Cassell, like,
That's what I'm saying.
you
That
know,
was an EB
Darius
and-
Miles, Lamar Odom, the
Q
knuckleheads, like the Clippers already was like, they had
Culture.
created their own like space. You know what I mean? But it was like, they kept getting rid of people. You know what I mean? They kept getting rid of
That
people.
was just bad business.
And it was just bad business.
Which is
And then-
crazy because I'm in the Bronx at the time, right? With D Miles and Q Rich and the knucklehead shit is like at the peak of it.
Yeah.
And that's when like the girls was doing the jersey dresses.
Yep.
Fam, everybody had a D Miles or Q Rich
Man, they
And the
said,
LO,
jersey.
and the LO number 7.
and the LO
Man,
number 7,
Clippers,
bro.
yo.
Clippers in the
those
Bronx.
dudes,
We got
those
Fulton Road in the
dudes
Bronx.
were like the epitome of like the new age of like media and social media rock
That's
stars.
a fact. And they don't get enough credit.
They don't
Right,
get enough credit for man. Because I used to go home and it was like they was the rock stars.
Hell yeah.
So they had already carved out like a feel and a dynamic because all the kids and all, you know, you got to think like Trevor Ariza, they was going to they high school games, you know, D Miles, and they showing up, you know, people can't get in the gym. And then when they let that go, you know what I mean? And, you know, Sam Cassell came, Cat, Elton Brand, they had a good team. You know what I mean? But it was never like piercing to the city like how D Miles and them was.
Hell no.
You know what I mean?
Kick that shit off.
And then, you know, when we came, like, when Blake got there, like, this whole Lob City, and, like, you know, I was just like, fuck it, man. I was just throwing lobs. You know what I mean? Like, hey, bro, like, you got to go see the highlights.
That's a fact.
Because I would just get the ball out of bounds and just throw that shit all the way down the court. You know what I mean? Because I had never really, like, threw lobs like that.
Right.
And Jay Rich had taught me how to throw lobs when I got to Golden State. So with Blake, I just throw that motherfucker up. I remember we played Golden State, man. I threw that motherfucker 3-quarter. That shit hit off the backboard. Boom! Got that motherfucker again, threw it again. Bang!
Was that the freest you felt playing in your career?
Yeah, as
Lob
far
City?
for like from a point guard perspective.
From your position.
Yeah, like this coach Dean Demopoulos, like he and shout out to Coach Lucas, because like Coach Lukey got me in shape. Coach Lukey was like, man, fuck all this shit, man. You gonna work. We gonna make the All-Star. And he had my mind like, man, we gonna make the All-Star game. You know what I mean? And like, despite all the distractions and the bullshit, like me and Luke was locked in. And like, that was my best year with the Clippers. And then, you know, when we start, like, I could just throw the ball up. Right. So I was like, damn, like I can be known as a passer. You know what I mean? And like, I can create an artwork. So Dean Demopoulos, he was like, man, how you gonna paint tonight? You gotta be Picasso out there. And so I would just like every game just kind of like start thinking about assists or like do something crazy, throw the ball behind my back. You know, Blake gonna catch everything, DeAndre catching everything, you know what I mean? So it was, for me, I can get to the front of the rim. So it was like, man, I can start creating and like working on being a point guard, like which I always wanted to be, was like a pass first point guard. So that kind of gave me a chance to do that.
So you said Jay Rich, Blake, DeAndre, all dudes that could catch a lob, finish at the rim. Out of those three, who had you like, damn, like?
I mean, Blake, I would say Blake, but like Jay Rich, you know, Jay Rich taught me how to throw lobs. Because when I got to, because I didn't have no people, you know, Eddie Robinson, Ricky Davis my rookie year, but other than that, my New Orleans team, you know, like, wasn't nobody catching lobs. Jay Rich taught me how to, he was like, man, just throw it to the top of the square or anywhere in the square and you be good. And so Jay Rich, he would do some crazy shit. He never missed.
Never.
Blake Griffin, you can just like fucking close your eyes and just at that point and just throw the ball anywhere near the rim, and like Blake was crazy, bro.
He had a bunch of them shits that it was like, yo, he's catching it out here.
Like you can do all this. You can go in the air and be like, woo, throw a 360 and just throw it up. Blake coming, bang.
And there was a lot of them joints that he caught it so far out that he's throwing the ball through the hoop.
Right.
Like he ain't even dunking.
That's just the energy now. Like now we fucking around. Now we intact now.
Oh yeah.
We got a chemistry that's crazy there. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like when you start catching and throwing the ball like that to teammates and they just know, like it's a different vibe and the connection that you gotta have. Yeah. You can't just do that to anybody, bro.
Right. Besides him, who's another guard that you played with that was like that? That was just like, yo, Mel, I got you, bro. Just get to your spot. I'm gonna throw it up there. I'm gonna get you going.
Andre Miller.
I was about to say that. Hey, bro,
which is crazy because
I played with like Chauncey, you know what I mean? But older Chauncey. But we did we went to the Western Conference Finals with Chauncey. I played with 40-year-old J Kid.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I played with an older AI, which they made him a point guard in Denver. You know what I mean? Like he wanted to play the two. They made him play the point. He didn't want to do that, which is why we signed Anthony Carter that year. So, and then I had a young Raymond Felton, which was something totally different. Right? So Dre really taught me, how to run the lane, right? Dre taught me how to spin lob.
Oh man, yeah,
like that was me and his connection. Me, him, and Marcus Camby. Like that was our connection. One step he bite, you out. And I had to learn that in practice though. Because as a rookie, you coming in and Dre he see the game something totally different, man.
Crazy.
So he throwing the ball shit hitting me like,
come on,
you
man.
know, come on, yeah. Like, I'm like, oh, let me get used to the pace of this shit over here.
Turnovers.
You know, he hated turnovers because he don't get no turnovers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He put the ball right on the dime. So at one point, I'm like, Dre, I'm going to just throw it up. Like, fuck it. I'm just not even going to play around. And it went from like, as soon as I spin, the ball is there. Like, it's right there. So I was rushing at first because I felt like I didn't want to fuck his passes up. But then as we started, the pace started slowing down, and that became a go-to play. Like where the scouting report is like, yo, don't let that nigga spin.
Yeah.
Like,
He's cooked.
Right. So Dre probably was the most important point guard that I played with in my career. Because he taught me things without teaching me things.
Yeah.
And he don't talk much. Like, the motherfucker don't say shit.
Yeah. If he say something, he say something.
Yeah.
Like he's the type of point guard that you trust him breaking offense.
Yeah, because it's a reason.
Yeah.
It's a reason.
Everything is a reason. It's a mismatch. You know what I mean?
And you better not question.
He's thinking about Melo.
Mm-hmm.
He's thinking about, okay, so-and-so. Like, he's like math and science.
It's a fact.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's math and science when he out there and the shit is just calculating and he, boop, hey, go over there. Hey, hold on. No, I'm cool. I got it. Melo. You know, like he was like
he like a beautiful mind.
Yeah.
Bro. Like, and he just sitting at the glass window and just mad problems. Just he's solving mad problems.
Hey, bro,
he was a beautiful mind, bro. He would break the game down to me like this is at a point early on where we didn't know how to watch film. We just watched the game and we know I got to play against this. I got to play against him. All right, let me see if he gonna get to it tonight. Like. The game wasn't broken down, and Dre would break the game down.
Yeah, Dre is a
man, this is how you break. Yo, listen, you see that right there?
Watch.
I ain't gonna throw it this time, but I guarantee you in the third quarter it'll be open.
Yep.
Third quarter comes open. Like, damn.
How the fuck it?
Like, it's just the chemistry gets going. So I would say Dre, like, really kicked it off as far as being the most important point guard that I played with. You know,
because I always, as a New York dude, you know what I'm saying, Dipset. I always think of that line. You know what I'm saying? That Cameron said. You know what I'm saying? Like when he said the shit about Andre, he said, "You Andre Miller, you got a basic game." But I'm like, nah, bro. I'm like, nah. It's like
Andre Miller, nice, bro.
He a real hooper.
He would kill you.
Yeah, he just like, man, he just too smart.
Yeah,
they call it cerebral.
He gonna outsmart
in the media.
And he know his presence. He can score if he want.
Right.
Like he just setting you up the whole game.
And he had the fluffy curl, bro. He had the S curl. You know what I'm saying? He was out here styling on him. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You ain't ready for the pass. You just catch it. You know what I'm saying? But being a point guard and being one of them ones, you know what I'm saying? What's your thoughts of like the evolution of the point guard? You know what I'm saying? Like what a one is supposed to be today. You know what I mean? Because it's like you could be a point guard. And it's like, bro, you got to get 40 tonight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As opposed to where it used to be like, yo, fam, we need 10 assists from you. At least. Type of shit. You know what I mean? Where it's like, yo, it's more, yo, go score versus, yo, go get the team going. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Run the plays, set motherfuckers up.
It's more versatility, right? So, you know, you look at a Denver, Joker is the point guard. You know what I mean? Jamal Murray is the main scorer. So, you know, I kind of like this era. I wish I played in this era.
What would you play though? What would you
point guard.
Point guard?
Yeah, absolutely.
You wouldn't want to play the two.
What you doing in this era though?
Yeah, bro, that's. Yeah. I still feel like I can get like
40.
I still can get like 12 and 4.
He said 16 at the Spurs game.
Hey, bro.
I can get 16.
He said 16 at the Spurs game.
Bro, I can definitely work my way up by the end of the season. Playoffs to like 12 points, 4 assists. Is just like they are like we're this cut from the same like spirit and cloth, like 1-on-1, shooting a 3, things like that. You know what I mean? And there's some players that I know. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That I know I can score 12 points. All right, man. I love them all. You know what I mean? But just like the competitive.
Yeah, that's all love. but
the competitor in the end. LA, you know, we talk about this every day, so we be, you know, debating.
That's what it's about, though. You can say the name, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I ain't like walk. I can't guard Dame Lillard. I can't guard. Still, like the problem is I ain't gonna be able to guard nobody.
Who could you pick up today and be like, all right, I got you. Like, I'm not, yo, coach, I got it. You ain't got it. I ain't gonna be like, switch.
Chill. We gonna chill, man. We love them all, dude. We love them all.
It's all love. It's competition, though.
It's crazy.
It's love.
We respect
fucking guys.
Hey, I'm gonna get in shape this summer, man. See if I can give me a couple highlights. You know what I mean?
If you call you to work out, you know what time it is.
Hey, bro.
You a victim.
I might just show up at training camp and just like play one day.
That's how he was,
I
man.
told y'all niggas, man.
That's how he was.
Come back home.
That's how
I
he
told
was.
y'all I had 6 points in practice. That's like 2 of them in the game.
Times that by 2.
Hold on. Yo, listen. The fact that we get to that point, right? Like, I had 6 points in practice. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Well, you like,
Even think
30.
about that. Like, nigga, you in practice. Like, you got 6
Man,
points.
going hard.
I'm talking about you had the best practice that you ever had with 6 points.
What?
In practice, you be like, damn, like you feel good about that day.
Bro, sign me to Milwaukee. I'm getting 6 points every day in practice. I'm walking in the gym every day. Hey, clock me in at 6 on you today. You know? He gonna be like, man, OG came to work every day. He was cool with his 6 points in practice. He was over there on the bench. Biggest fan.
That's how Knickstape, that's how Knickstape started.
Yeah.
With that energy.
It did.
So, being, like I said, one of them ones, PG, can teams, this is the question that everybody's asking, can teams win with their point guard or their smallest player being the best player? Like being the franchise dude. You know, you think about dudes like Jalen, like people always talk about Jalen Brunson being 6'2", and under AI taking the Sixers to the finals. You know what I mean?
I say yes.
Steph,
of course.
I mean, Steph.
CP.
But he low-key mad. He big as shit.
Who?
He Steph did be like, yo,
That's like 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah, that nigga come in the room and he like
they
that.
always put him under the, them guards.
In the small guard
But I think in this area, because like everybody versatile, and if you got the right type of versatility around that point guard, and he's your best player, you want your point guard to be one of your best players.
Right.
You don't want him to be your main scorer.
That's the quarterback.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you got somebody in the league that's just a like KD with a dope point guard.
Yeah.
KD with a Brunson, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a different
Dangerous.
dynamic because it's like, damn, like what you gonna do? You know what I mean? And so I do. I mean, you look at Kyrie. I wouldn't say Kyrie is a small guard, but you look at his dynamic with Luka in the backcourt, and then you got versatility on the wings and center. Like your point guard can be your best player or your most skilled player, right? You just gotta be able to like put the right dynamic around that to protect him. You know what I mean? So like if the Knicks are healthy, right, it's a different dynamic. You know what I mean? But you got to keep Jalen Brunson off the floor.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like he can't be getting hit and going through picks and, you know what I mean, playing extra hard defense and shit. Even though he your best player, you got to be aware that like you are best offensive threat.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so you need the OGs, you need Mitchell Robinsons, all them dudes, to be that security blanket. So and Julius Randle, that's why you miss Julius Randle because
at moments,
like man, you ain't gonna be hitting my point guard. You know what I mean? Like,
come through like this.
Yeah, come on, bro. You ain't gonna be doing that. You got Josh Hart, DiVincenzo, all them dudes played their heart out.
Yeah.
But no pun intended.
Yeah.
His heart almost came out.
He was holding that shit in.
No
He's
pun
like,
intended. Heart almost came out.
There's bars, you know what I mean?
He's a rapper, ladies and gentlemen.
But why
hip-hop
don't
artist.
they don't make like team makeups.
Man, they just be putting
It's
them
not
on.
that. It's
Yeah,
not that together.
Yeah, they be putting people on the
Like
team.
if you got a chance to put some heat together, then that's the different level.
Yeah.
But the fact of putting like the dynamics of a team together, knowing what works and what matches and what doesn't work, like being able to identify that as a front office person, that's what puts you over the top. Man, like for me, I always felt like my best years was when I had a point guard.
Right.
Gotta have that.
But a point guard who can go get it too, right? Like Dre can go get it. He was a mismatch problem. Chauncey was a mismatch problem. You know what I mean? When I had Ray Felton was controlling the, he was controlling the helm. But I always felt like I had my best year if I had a point guard. Like when I had a point guard. Because now, to his point, I can get it in different ways. I can go set a screen and pop, boom, quick shot. I can curl. I don't have to keep one on. You know what I mean? I can
somebody thinking about
somebody
you.
Thinking for you.
He thinking about, man, what I gotta go do to score 50. Like that's the dynamic of a good point guard. Is like you coming in the game thinking about, all right, who got the greatest capacity to score 50 or 40? You know what I mean? And then you start looking at, okay, Melo. All right, who next? All right, I need 8 from him. I need 12 from him. Like a good point guard gonna already like try and set goals for how he can get everybody else to like reach their capacity plus more. You know what I mean? And then if that shit happen and, you a Dame Lillard or Steph or, Kyrie, Trae Young, Jalen Brunson, any type of point guard like that, John Morant, you're going to be able to control the game. With now your talent, now your capacity start flourishing because, everybody else shit is elevated. So, good point guards, you got to have a good,
Yeah. So for you, was it like a matchup thing? How did you figure that out? You know what I mean? Like, yo, I know, you know what I mean? Jay Rich he's going to go for 30 tonight because he's matched up against so-and-so? Or is it because, he had a great practice, I seen something in him?
No, it was like, I remember we had a team meeting for the Warriors and we all sat down and it was like, all right, there's 3 people in this room that can score 40 and if you sneeze. Monte Ellis, Jay Rich, Al Harrington.
Yeah.
There's 2 dudes on the team that can get 30 and 10 and have, you know what I mean? That's me and Stat. You know what I mean? And then we just start going down the line and be like, yo, like, man, but if you get high, you're capable of that. But Monte, Jay Rich, Al, man, if they get hot, all right. Now, if they both get hot, it's over, right? Because that's what they born to do. And Jay Rich, he open all the time. So when Jay Rich going, because I just throw the ball, 3. Throw the ball, 3. You know what I mean? Because, like we got that chemistry. As soon as I get it, throw the ball up to Monte, layup. You know what I mean? Monte handle the ball. We know if he got the mismatch, it's over. Now me and Stack, all we got to do is just play point guard together for the rest of the game and then figure out when we want to score and when we want to facilitate.
That's a missing
Steven
skill.
Jackson was cold-blooded, man.
That's the Stack.
That's a missing skill.
The most underrated dude probably in NBA history.
One of the greatest Dominican All-Stars of all time. You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing work in DR, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Stat came to New York one time. I said, where you at, Stat? He at top of the hill. In South. What the fuck you doing up there?
Stat in the trenches.
Hey,
shut this
Stat is crazy.
Hey, one of the best teammates.
Yeah.
One of the best teammates ever, bro.
Yeah.
Underrated.
That's a missing skill, man.
Yep.
A kick ahead pass.
Yo.
As a point guard.
Facts.
Like point guards, they all said the same shit. Run.
Yeah.
They get it, they kick ahead. Get it, kick ahead. They ain't nobody, not that many guards today that kick ahead today.
Nah. They just walk it up.
Or they bring up,
They pulling from 30 now.
From 30, this shit is crazy. I'm coaching my son game. I'm like, yo, I'm like rebound and push, bro.
Dribbling around 3-4 pick and rolls. Like, damn, man. Like, pulling from 30 on a fast break. Like,
that shit gonna be mad as fuck.
How is this a good shot? That should be going in too. I'll be like, man, I need to stop. Hey, I'm here home.
The angry vet.
Man, what did he do?
That's the angry vet. Angry vet. That's angry vet right there.
All right, let me shut up.
I told you, man. They Melo up there, bam. They niggas old motherfuckers, man. They the angry vets.
Hey, bro, everybody can shoot from 30 feet.
That's a fact.
Motherfuckers used to shoot hook shots from 30 feet to win $100 back when we played. Like from half court, you used to have to hook shots, 7-footers.
But to
now
your
you
point,
got
bro,
guards pulling up, shooting regular shots.
To your
That's
point,
wild.
bro, that type of shit back in the day would get you benched early.
But you ain't even, you gonna get cut.
It better be 3, 2, 1. Yo, we taking a brief break from today's episode to let you know that Prize Picks got you covered when it comes to help you make some bread.
That's right. You know what I'm saying? It's conference finals time, and Prize Picks is the easiest and most exciting way to turn every game-changer moment into 100 times your money. With as little as 4 correct picks, you can turn $10 into $1,000.
This playoff season, the star players mean more on Prize Picks. Keep an eye out for the starred players on the board, and you can receive 10% payout boost if they're in your winning lineup.
Prize Picks even offers injury insurance so that your lineup stay in play even if one of your players gets injured this playoff basketball season. If you got a player who exits the game in the first half and does not return in the second, Prize Picks got your back, and you will not take that L.
Prize Picks allows you to pick combo projections across baseball and basketball with specials, so you can support all your teams by still cashing in.
Listen, I got a couple projections in mind already. Matter of fact, Melo, I got a couple more or less options for you. Ready?
Yep.
More or less 2 triple-doubles for Luka Doncic in the conference finals against Minnesota.
More.
Yeah.
Maybe 3.
It's Luka. It's Luka magic.
Yeah, it'd be 3. Maybe
3.5.
maybe 3.
3. Lock it in, baby. You know
Because he's not just going to have 1.
Nah.
He may have 2, but we
bro.
can't pick 2, so
Yeah.
we'll go with more.
All right, next one. More or less 35 points tonight for Jason Tatum in Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
Less.
JT, less. Okay, less than 35. Okay. See, look, that was wild easy, man. Listen, be sure you visit prizepicks.com/7pm and use our promo code 7pm for a deposit match up to $100.
Everyone's got a thirst, you know that. A drive to be the next big thing, to put the world on notice. And if you answer when your thirst calls, then Sprite is for you.
It is, man. Sprite's for the makers and the creators. You know what I mean? The visionaries putting in work into their dreams. Whether you're shooting a cinematic masterpiece on your phone,
filling notebooks with sketches, or up all night turning your bedroom to the booth. Keep going. You know thirst is everything.
Sprite's made for those who have a thirst for success and are working on turning their dreams into reality. So keep going and remember to be true to yourself.
Obey your thirst. Sprite.
So y'all two played together, you know what I'm saying? But your time together came to an abrupt halt with your knee injury in the Garden. Did it take you a while, you know what I mean, to get over how that went down? Also, Melo was one of the first people to holler at you.
Melo was there when I woke up. When I was, I'm coming out the amnesia.
He said, yo, you good, champ? He was over and over again shit like, yo, you good, champ?
Yeah,
I was there.
He came to the crib, him, Shump. I mean, our team was so, man, we were so tight.
So y'all were the originators of the Knickstape, you know what I'm saying? And that was an ill era for Knicks fans, man, because it was like you said, like the team was like so connected, you know what I mean? And it felt like, yo, like, yeah. Like, gang. Like, I used to be in the arena, like, yeah, we out here. Yeah, let's go. You know what I mean? Like, what was that? Like, that energy, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you got J.R. Smith fucking riding bikes with motherfuckers in the middle, you know what I mean? Like, on Twitter.
Hoverboards,
all type of shit. All kind of shit going on. Like,
bro, it was wild because it was almost like everybody was saying, like, nobody got along or dudes didn't get along. And, like, what we was on the road, like, we all went to eat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, like, we was all hanging out. And so that's kind of like how the Knickstape started happening. It was really like a misunderstanding. Remember, we was walking to dinner and I was like,
Sacramento.
In Sacramento. I was like, man, we should make a mixtape. And Amari Stoudemire said, a Knickstape? What's a Knickstape? I said, man, that's a brand. I don't know what that sounds like. Then some start freestyling. Yeah. You know what I mean? We get to the restaurant and we just start talking about all it, how we can, like, what what they thought, like how we was gonna come back to New York.
Mm-hmm. What our role was on the team.
And we just started we just started like living in that vibe. And the next year it was like, man, let's take it up a level. Let's like everybody who has something personal, put it in this pot. Everybody who's gonna bring something to the team, put it in this pot. And then the things that you do outside, put it in that pot. Everything in the pot, we all gonna support each other's shit. Melo like the design, shoes. You know what I mean? You got the Melos coming out, man. We all there.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Tyson Chandler, he loved photography. He had a photography show. We all there.
Yeah, we had
you know what I mean?
The Tanzania photos and all the African joints.
And it was like, if we celebrate each other's talents on the court, we can celebrate each other's talents and the things we want to do off the court. And so when New York starts seeing that, you know what I mean? My role was just like to be the ambassador, go get T-shirts and all that, pass them out. Construction workers, you know what I mean? It was like, yeah, this shit, you can't buy this shit right now. You know what I mean? You just gotta, you just gotta have one. It's gotta be, a lifestyle. And then, what was brewing on the court was really just the energy of like them dudes like believing in each other. You know what I mean? That's why I think it was like a great year. You know what I mean? Yeah. It was that was like, oh shit, this shit about to turn around. You know what I mean? It was like,
that was the curve.
You got Woody here.
Yeah,
you know what I
mean? That was the curve.
Yeah.
Because you think like the Linsanity thing kind of birthed the Knickstapes because we couldn't figure out. New York is saying all this shit about Linsanity, but like everybody on the team is like, yeah, like this shit cool. Like we can win, but like.
Put that, in the pot too.
Yeah.
Like let's put that in the pot too.
If we throw that in, but he got hurt. So when he got hurt, it was just like, all right, we gotta come up.
Yeah, we
gotta like be our own shit. You know what I mean? And like that was just kind of like the energy. You know what I mean? That came after the Linsanity because. You asked me, it was just always confusion. Like, I'm sitting there like watching these fools meet, have team breakfasts and shit. And they, hey, bro, remember that shit in Milwaukee? I got mad. Oh my God.
Hey, man, what we doing?
I said, bro. All right, what we doing over here? Hey, bro, what the fuck is going on? You want me to answer these questions? I ain't got a dog in the fight. I can answer all these questions. You know what I mean?
Nah, that's what I'm talking about. But
yeah, like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, I think the whole city, y'all supported each other.
About Milwaukee, as you said,
bro. Oh my God, bro, that was so cold blooded.
What the fuck happened to Milwaukee?
Man, they had that. Like, it was like a captain's meeting. I don't know, like who team was what? It was, like who was the face of the all that shit, whatever the fuck they was over there talking about. I was like, hey man, look, bang.
That's it.
Amari, bang. Jeremy, hey, bro, the Linsanity, we need you, bro. You know what I mean? Like, we need you.
That's a fact.
But like, man, we can't be. This ain't about to be the Knickstape.
Yeah.
Like fold that shit into what we doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? And fold all this love you getting and all that magic you get into what we doing. And then it's like, you start. I'm the backup. We got a bench squad. The starters cool. Like we actually had a nice little. We had a lot of depth.
Yeah.
That year,
and we'd blow people out.
Yep.
Because we had so much versatility. You know what I mean? And when Jeremy went down, then it was just like it was hard for me and Bibby to like carry that load all the way.
Right. Yeah.
And then even to the playoffs.
That hurt us. Like, people always talk about the nobody liked the Linsanity. Or no, like, personally, me. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, they throw that out there.
Oh, Melo mad.
But people don't know. That behind the scenes, nigga, we was very supportive of this. I'm talking about.
Bro, you was trying to help him.
We was in the locker room trying to get him. Man, listen, deals.
Trying to get him. Like, he didn't even know how to get a deal. Like,
KFC, BMW.
Man, everybody and their mama was calling this dude.
The fucking furniture store.
Bro, it was the craziest shit.
He's like, no, I don't even want to take this deal. They offering me, X amount.
Melo like, nah, bro, this is like.
Nigga, what?
This is the time.
Yeah.
This is New York.
This is your moment. Like,
what?
Hey, bro, this is your moment.
You better snatch every fucking coin you get.
Bro, this is no lie. This is just me as a business mind.
Yeah.
Now, Linsanity could have made could have been $100 million business.
Woo.
Easy.
Easy.
$100 million business. And I'm trying to get this through to him.
Yeah, he wasn't trying to hear that shit from nobody.
He like, nah, I'm not brought up on that. My parents. But I respected that. But I'm like, I hear that. Matter of fact, bring your parents in here. Let us talk to them.
Right.
Like.
Because, bro, that shit was happening. It was like.
It was so fast.
The shit was like magical. You know what I mean? And it was like, oh, shit. It was 100 media in the locker room.
Come on, man.
You could not. Could you change in the locker room? No. We was all changing.
Come on, man.
Everywhere. Hey, bro, get out of here. He had to go do press conferences after every game. But it was crazy because, like, once the Linsanity was over, we was a good fucking team.
Yeah.
Because everybody bought in.
Right.
But by the time the Linsanity was over, guys was starting to get healthy.
Yep.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So now we really like, all right, this is over. They're already saying Linsanity is over. They're already canceling Linsanity at this point in time.
Right. So
is that who we are?
Yep.
It just so happens Stat come with the, what y'all say, what's the Knickstape?
What's the Knickstape? When the Knickstape happened.
You know what I mean? I would say Stat started.
Yes, for sure. For sure. That is, yes. Stat said that.
Not on purpose, but he started.
He said, what's a Knickstape? I said, bro, what's a Knickstape? I said, oh, that's a brand. Because me and Shutt was talking about doing a mixtape when we got back. And he was like, man, what's a Knickstape? We was like, what did he say?
And then you came with the spray paint.
Sneakers.
Oh my God.
But to your point, man, like I feel like the city felt that energy. You know what I mean? Y'all unity, the Knickstape, that vibe, that whole situation, to the point where everybody was supporting y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I went up to Funk Flex with Shump.
Yeah.
Hey, bro.
I went up to Funk Flex with Shump. Like, yo, he's over there freestyling and shit. I'm in the back like, yeah.
Shump was working on a platinum album.
We was on, bro. We was on.
Shump was working on a platinum album.
It was on. It was cool because everybody got to be in their pocket. And like, it was almost like we was a little like creative company and lifestyle brand. You know what I mean? We was the first ones that was flicking up at dinner, taking off. You know what I mean? Like, because when Shump and JR went to Cleveland, that spirit and that energy took over, early social media. But we was like flicking up. It was Knickstape was a gang.
Forever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We was out here. We was out here, bro. We was out here. And everybody was like bought in because you could be who you wanted to be.
Right.
What do you think the difference is from our stint to the energy right now?
I think with this team is the whole team is Linsanity.
Right.
It's like that
moment.
It's like that Linsanity moment and energy. You know what I mean?
So hold on. You know, I got to process that. Are you saying that it's gonna die off? You said it's Linsanity.
No. I'm saying this. I'm saying the energy. Yeah. My bad. I mean the energy. The energy of the city.
I wouldn't New York at you, man.
The energy of the city is like Linsanity from a team perspective.
Totality, yes.
Yeah, and then it's also a part of like the Knickstape energy where everybody coming off the bench felt like, man, I can have a great game too. So like, like the energy is there. It's like the energy is there. And so what happens next? Can we get healthy? You know what I mean? Can they create the right chemistry with Randall coming back? I think the Knicks now seeing this and seeing where, the last four teams are, the Knicks are right there with Julius Randle. You got to say, all right, cool. And a healthy squad, you got to put the Knicks right up there. So the energy is like, let's keep this energy though. Let's keep this energy.
But the chips don't always fall like that.
Let's not lose the heart and soul of like what things are. You know what I mean? Because like the Knickstape was a vibe, and then Phil Jackson killed that. You know what I mean?
Word, fuck that.
Steve Mills killed that. You know what I mean? And it's like
Steve was in a fucked up position though.
I mean, shit, bro.
But
he handled it in a fucked up way too.
Everybody in the same bucket, but Steve was in
but he handled it in a fucked up way too.
In a fucked up position.
But like you keep Glenn Grunwald.
We rolling.
Yeah, because like you gotta understand the dynamic of like where's the heart and soul of your team, and where's the personality, right? And it's not always like your leaders can lead quietly. And the Knicks finally had, you know, with Grunwald and with Woody, you had a dynamic where Woody is like Joe Jackson. Like if you get mad, you know what I mean? Like he may take off.
Like swing on you.
Like, hey, you know, like one you don't want to disappoint, will you?
Come here, man.
Come here, man.
Come here, man. What you doing, man?
What's going on with you, man?
You all at home, man?
Like you just don't want to disappoint Woody, but you don't want to piss him off.
Yeah.
But Grunwald allowed for the team to be the team
And be creative.
Yeah, and the way that he put the team together, you know what I mean, and stayed out the way.
Leon.
It was just a team thing. That's what I'm saying. So then when you get, you know, new people in, it's like, now it's like the GM there every day. You know what I mean? It's like all in the videos. You know what I mean? That's why I shook, bro. That's why I shook. Did I shake though? Did I shake? I said, I came to training camp.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I was there. I was like, oh no, this ain't gonna work, bro. I gotta get up out of here.
What we doing?
What we doing?
Yeah,
7.
Bro, this Woody show. Like, you know, you coming off a year where we should have beat Indiana.
It was this year.
Energy is,
It's like
it's the same
very
shit.
similar year.
Hey, bro, it's the same shit.
This is the same.
And we added
it's fucking crazy.
What was it, Kmart that year?
Yes. Yep.
So like you got some dogs coming in.
Yeah. You got vets.
You got vets and
Young
dogs.
guys,
Everybody, the vibe about to be crazy.
Yeah.
Right? Because everybody know what we gotta do to get to the playoffs.
That's a fact.
And once we get to the playoffs, everybody should be ready to rock and roll. Man, that first week in training camp, when I seen the GM go, hey, no. Like, nigga, practice going on. Like, what do you got? Like, what is this? You training somebody? Like,
whose man is this?
Go on, get up out the. Hey, bro, I was like, I'm out of here, y'all. I'm out of here, bro. I'm out of here.
I'm out.
I gotta go. I'm going back. I'm taking the Knickstape back to LA, and I'm gonna use this as a creative director and say, hey, man, I was a part of this.
Yeah. Then he started his business off a Knickstape, man.
I sure did. I started my old.
It's old creative shit, man. Nigga took Knickstape.
The whole shit, man.
He grabbed, listen, when he left, he grabbed Knickstape with him. Said, I'm out of here.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna let them like.
No, that was bugged out. I'm glad you said it. I'm glad. I talk about it all the time.
Bro, they said, all right, we want to partner with you. I said, all right, cool. Like, I ain't the partner. Like, I gotta go, like, I'm just a spokesman for the team, really. I've had everything with the players, t-shirts, design. They tell me what they want, I add it. And they was like, well, we want to do some marketing stuff. We gonna wrap Shump and tape, and he gonna bust out a Knickstape. I said, hey, man, I'm out of here if y'all do that.
Hey, fuck that.
I'm out. I said I'm out.
That's when they started. Yeah. That's when they wanted to. They realized
that something was happening.
The effect of what Knickstape was doing and what we had within, on the outside, within the community.
Yeah.
So then now they realized, oh, we got to support this.
Right.
Like the whole arena is coming ahead, Knickstape. So we got to support this. And how do you support it? You only support it by being able to capitalize.
Yeah,
right.
We was getting like 500,000 hashtags on game day, bro. People just in the community, just like making shit. You know what I mean? And all we had to do was like repost them and show love, because like.
Or say Knickstape.
Yep, or say Knickstape. Like everywhere we would go, we go out like Knickstape. It's like, yeah, it's cracking.
The restaurants was popping with
Everything.
Knickstape.
So having that, was that, I mean, because you had been already like kind of had been business minded, right? Ever since Golden State. But was that really like an extra spark for you? Or you were like, oh, hold on, I'm gonna get into some other shit that's beside, like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, some kind of dawned on me, because remember the Celtics created the Celtics tape?
The Celtics tape,
I was like, we was like somebody.
This about to go around the league.
This about to go around the league. It's about to be copied, and they about to fuck up the dynamic. And so what I did was I saw the dynamic of what the Knickstape did, and I was like, athletes are different. We're great storytellers, content creators, producers. This dude was talking to the dude with the rights, the baseball dude. You know what I mean? Clemente. Yeah, Roberto Clemente. He had all kind of projects going, and I'm just sitting there listening. I'm like, damn, that's it. Athletes are the next great producers, storytellers, and like once we start telling our own story, then they can't manipulate us in the media over a fight or whatever we said, you know what I mean? And so I start searching for a model in a way that I can stay creative, partner with people, and then find the next
creative
version of us, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the OGs, because it's like, they showed us the way.
Mm-hmm.
And so if we start looking back just in our history and you start naming teams, people already know what they look like.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They know what the story is, but like the Knuckleheads told from D-Miles' perspective, Q Rich perspective, it's like, that's the truth. And so that's where I was like, all right, man, athletes, content, media, I'm going back on that. You know what I mean? And so I went back to Hollywood and been trying to sell a bunch of shit, and they just keep giving the deals to the wrong.
To the wrong motherfucker.
Oh my God, dude. I created Black Santa. I'm like, this is a home run for black people. They were like, well, where does he come from? I'm like, well, where the fuck does Santa Claus come from? Yeah, where Black Santa come from? Where does White Santa come from? Do you know? Oh, you know, he has a story. Like, so do we.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They got Santa beefs.
Yeah, that's wild.
Ain't even no Santa beef. It's just, man, we can't get in. You know what I mean?
Open the door,
crazy.
man.
Come on, man.
But it's like, you know.
That was a layup.
Yeah, it's like, but then you learn, like, don't ask nobody for permission. And then I just start creating a Bible around the character, ideas around the character, merchandise. And now it's like, find the right entrepreneurs, storytellers. You know what I mean? And like, that's our Mickey Mouse. Let's go make our people rich off of that.
Right.
And then that money should just start trickling back to the next whatever character that comes out. So
that's how we met. Me and you.
Facts.
But he's a third party in that. Because at Vice, he was already going the Vice route.
Yeah.
So now we bumping heads going into Vice.
Yep.
So I'm like, yo, I'm about to do Vice Sports. He's like, well, I'm already over here.
They just bought our company.
Yeah, so now we in the locker rooms.
Yep.
And we talking about how to figure out Vice Sports.
How to change, like Vice Sports is about to change. Oh, bro.
It was just starting.
He was the creative director.
Bro,
you know what I mean? We had just sold our company to turn it into Vice Sports. And so, remember, we was like, yeah, man, turn the lounge, the athletes come in.
Yo, it was
like it was like the Soho House for like athlete creators, bro.
It was the clubhouse.
Bro, I was like a decade ahead of the game with that shit.
Bro, it was crazy.
It's crazy too because like
to that point, that's how me and him started to become, during the season and like, all right, this basketball shit is cool, but like, yo, what's happening over here? What's happening over there? Investing started happening, business.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, he kept me sharp. Like, yo, nigga, I'm over here doing this. Oh, where are you doing that?
That Vice thing could have been huge, bro. They fucked that over.
crazy.
I shouldn't say that. You know what I mean? It's
they breathing.
Yeah, no, just it's like
they're on the ventilator.
Man, the vision was there, yo. The vision was there. They said
that's what it was. I mean, and I always say this shit too, because like
they breathe. They got potential.
Yeah,
right.
Still.
Nah, the name is still there, but
the name is still there.
That's what it was. It was like, man, y'all did something that you can't do. Y'all sold cool. You know what I'm saying? And you can't make shit cool.
You can't make shit. That's what's happening now. It is
or it isn't.
Y'all told the story of the underworld.
Yep.
Of the underground, where people, these big networks can't go there.
Right. And you had Michael K. Williams doing it, recipes. You know what I'm saying? One of the greatest.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that slate, like as a media guy, like a TV guy that's been like watching this stuff, that slate of original programming was crazy. But it was just like, fam, the money the math wasn't mathing.
Damn, Shane.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the math wasn't
A lot of
mathing.
times, it's like, you look at like Hollywood or sports, you say sports don't have really a Hollywood. And it's because like, when you look, it's just like a team owner, the GM, the president. There's always someone there that is going to do it their way.
Yep.
So it's going to be their system. So it's going to be the people they trust. But they're always going to lose the heart and soul of the culture. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And so you got to let us tell the stories. Yep. The homies. Mm-hmm. Yes. You know what I mean? So it's like true authenticity. And then you can't just like be pulling random motherfuckers over here to be like, yo, write a story. Like, times is changing, yo. You know what I mean? You can make a movie for $100,000 and, you know what I mean?
Sell it for 10.
Be right. Yeah.
On the iPhone.
Facts.
Yeah, that's my next movie we gonna shoot. It's just shooting for $500,000. It's called Crips and Bloods versus Dracula, loosely titled.
This nigga's crazy.
I'm telling you. But that's it. But look, and that's but it's crazy because it's like,
so imagine in the locker room, niggas are trying to be serious and watch film and shit. He coming in with shit like this.
Yo, listen, yo, I got
Yo, I'm about to do the Bloods and Crips
versus Dracula
versus fucking Dracula.
That's gonna be sick.
It's gonna be crazy.
That's about to be the sickest horror.
You see what now? You see what we're dealing with. The
imagine that. The Crips and Bloods got to team up to go to fight vampires in South Central LA.
Right.
Oh my God.
Crazy. You see what I'm saying?
Right. But that's the type of shit. Hey, Leprechaun in the Hood did numbers. Okay? That's what I'm saying.
This guy's crazy, man. This fucking guy's nuts, man.
So what's one thing that you invested in, that you involved in, that people will say, oh shit, because you're already like a personable dude, a funny guy. So the media game is a natural step. You know what I mean? What's something that's like kind of out of, or that people would think is out of, you know what I mean, the BD comfort zone? Like
nothing.
Man.
Is a crypto, is a motherfucking koi fish, motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? Livestock.
Nothing, man. I just, I'm a people person. You know what I mean? So, and I'm a sponge, so I'm just hella curious. You know what I mean? So, I would say I used to tell people when I was in school that I had a learning disability in science.
Just because?
Just in case. You know what I mean?
Just in case.
I don't understand this shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
So that was like...
Yo, listen, man. The teacher's like, yo, take it easy. Take it easy on him.
I'm not laughing at the learning disability. I'm laughing at the fact that you saying that you had this figured out.
Yeah, I was like, man, I got to learn disability in science. You know what I mean? Like, me and science...
Just in science.
Me and science wasn't gonna click when I was in high school. Man, like, all of a sudden, I'm getting hurt. I get hurt. I'm older now. I want to, like, take care of my body and, health, mental health, all that. So now I'm like totally locked in on like science, shit like microbiomes, investing in company. I invested in a company called H1 Insights, which is a med tech company, Seed, which is like microbiome. So I'm just like into like science now for some strange ass reason. And I'm learning so much. And I'm like, damn, dude, if I would have took that class, I probably wouldn't be, got hurt so much. But I think by getting hurt, I just started learning like what works for my body, what works for training. Mm-hmm. And then I started looking in the locker room and being like, hold on, dude, like there's doctors in here.
Right.
Like some of the smartest doctors in the world. I want to be friends with you. What is your world like? Yeah. How did you get there? And you start seeing there's so many parallels to the human being and the person and the drive, you know what I mean? And it's like, all right, I want to be a sponge in this world. So I would say, and I know somebody gonna be like, hey, bro, why didn't you say that? And I'm like, damn.
Say what?
Something else. You know what I mean?
Why did you say that?
Huh?
No, I'm saying that's what they were saying.
Why did you say that? Yeah, well, you could have said this.
Who cares?
You could have said something about
the fucking the crypto NFT cards. You could have said the motherfucking shit. The bread line we coming out with the focaccia.
That might be an ill animated show, man.
What is that?
Bloods and Crips versus the Draculas.
Oh man,
I go crazy.
That's an animated series right
Nah,
there.
bro, it's like, it really
That's
happened.
hilarious.
Yeah, it's like found footage.
You could fuck with that animation.
Blair Witch type shit? Yo, listen.
It's like found it's like found footage.
Searching for Bigfoot.
Hey, bro, it's like found footage. Y'all want to roll in the movie?
I'm with it.
You want to roll, Melo?
I'm with it.
I'm a blood crip with Dracula. Which one is it?
All right, you gonna be on Dracula's side.
Yeah. Castlevania shit.
I'm gonna make you a goon like a security dude. You know what I mean? You're gonna be like the head honcho dude holding
With
the
the
blood.
hammers and all that, holding the blood.
Holding the
So
blood.
Anarchy,
So they
nigga
gotta come
passing
to me to get the blood. Okay.
So Anarchy be passing the hawk over like, yo.
You know, I'm used to those roles. Man.
You're gonna be hella debonair. You know what I mean? Nah, but the thought was like, imagine if a dude move into a Crip neighborhood and then they go send the Crip homies over there. They go check him.
Mm-hmm.
And what if he was Dracula? So that's how the movie started.
Right.
It's like, he bite one of the dudes and then the dude, join his gang and he high signing because, Dracula got bread.
Nigga just go
He
to
got
South.
Melo in the car with him.
Yeah.
They just walk around biting niggas.
Yeah.
Black people scary, bro. You walk to the store at night, you think a vampire, leprechaun,
all that shit.
You done seen it all.
People gonna listen to this shit and they gonna be scared as shit to go to the store at night.
For college, you chose to stay home, stay loyal to the soil, go to UCLA.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But obviously, you had offers and thoughts about going to maybe Duke. But
BD at Duke at that year, those years,
Man.
But you stayed, close to the fam, close to home. You know what I mean? Was that the driving force? Was it, I want to be near my people, near my family? Or?
It was my grandmother. There was two decisions to make. Do I go to Duke and be top 5 greatest point guards ever? Or do I stay home and try to leave a legacy? My grandmother and all the young dudes that was playing in AAU watched me play.
Right.
And so that was the decision. And at the end of the day, I never think Coach K got over the shit. You know what I mean? And
I don't want him on the Olympic team.
yeah,
I don't
that was
want that.
fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was fucked up.
Yeah, he fits the criteria, but you know what? He didn't choose Duke, so fuck him.
Yeah, that was kind of how I felt, circling back, where it's the decision I made not to go to Duke.
affected.
And I tried to go to Duke. I talked to Coach K and he was like, yo, talk to William Avery. If he say it's cool, it's cool. So when I decommitted from UCLA the first time, I was like, man, well, maybe it is. I gotta get out of LA. You know what I mean? I'm hot.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm way too hot out here. I gotta go.
Baby. Yeah.
And then, I wound up going to UCLA. So I think he held that against me. And that was my best year, coming off my best year. I didn't get a tryout to the Olympics.
That's crazy.
Luke Ridnour got a tryout.
That was 04, right?
04. Everybody
that was 04, right?
I ain't even get a
Hey, no shots at Luke, man, but he looked like the
No, it was just everybody. Luke Ridnour, Kurt Heinrich. It was it was a bunch of guards.
Bro,
They was fresh. They was rookies with us.
They was young.
Come on, man. Listen,
I ain't one of 60-something dudes that can't be in the gym, you know what I mean?
Come on, dog.
And so I always think Coach K held it against me.
Yeah,
so
He told me I ain't fit Duke too, though, Chan.
yeah, but I mean,
you know what I'm talking
to this day,
we know who fit Duke.
You ain't coming to gym.
We know who fit Duke. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I told him 2 inches. Nah, you ain't coming here.
Nah, you good. But yeah, nah, man, that's very, listen, man, to have that clarity at that age, bro, and say, listen, I'm gonna be an example for the dudes under me, you know what I mean? Because we had Rudy Gay on, and he was talking about how he was he looked up to Melo. You know what I mean? This dude's from where I'm from. He's reaching these levels, you know what I mean? So shout out to you on that, you know what I'm saying? Yo, Melo, dog, summer is just a month away, you know what I mean? I can feel it, I can smell it. And with the summer months, you know what I mean, comes concerts, etc. You know what I mean? And there's no better way to be prepared to copy tickets than using SeatGeek, man. You got to stay locked in with them.
You already know that's right. Because SeatGeek is the #1 rated ticketing app with more than 70,000 events every day. From sports to concerts, and more.
Whether you want to check out an NBA conference final game,
Mm-hmm.
a little postseason hockey, you know what I mean? A little MLB game, day game, you know what I mean? Get right. SeatGeek got you covered when it comes to finding options for you.
SeatGeek also puts all the tickets across the web in one place, so you know you're getting the best deal, of course. Then they rate the tickets on a scale from 1 to 10.
Every single ticket is backed by their buy guarantee, and SeatGeek is the only site that lets you return your tickets ahead of the event with swaps.
So use our code 7PM for $20 off at SeatGeek. That's $20 off your first purchase with promo code 7PM. Make sure you click the link in the description to download the app.
Yo, Melo, man, we both been fortunate enough in our careers, in our lives. We've been able to travel the world. You know what I'm saying? What's been a destination that you would consider one of your favorites?
I would have to say Tokyo, Japan.
Ooh, Tokyo, okay.
Folks at home can book a similar vacation with the help of Viator.
That's right, y'all. Viator is a tool that you can use to plan and book travel experiences around the world. The Viator app and website makes it wild easy to explore 300,000 plus. That's more than 300,000 travel experiences, so you can discover what's out there, no matter where you're traveling or what you're interested in.
So download the Viator app now and use code Viator10 for 10% off your first booking in the app. One app, over 300,000 travel experiences that you'll remember. Do more with Viator.
We gonna get into it, dog.
Uh-oh.
The number one segment in
I haven't
America.
seen this shit.
The
Let me
number
see.
one show in the universe. You know what I'm saying? Come on, we get to 250 subs by July.
We need
You know what I'm
that.
saying? By June, I'm saying fuck July, like Jada said. You know what I'm saying? Listen, so first up, the segment's called Fuck With It or Fuck Out of Here. So we ask you a question. It's pop culture, sports, music, whatever it is. And ask you the question and you answer, yeah, I'm fucking with it. Or, man, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So the first one up.
It's his man.
Oh, shit. This is your dog.
Here we go.
Undisputed. Paul Pierce. Listen, I got some words for you, Paul. So he spoke about J.J. Redick, who's rumored to be one of the top choices for the Lakers head coach position. And the former Celtics star said about Redick, and I quote, "Yeah, man, you hear JJ on podcasts, they draw up plays. It sounds like he has a great IQ, like he has a voice for coaching. It's like an Instagram model. It look good on there, and then you see it in person, it ain't what you think. You know what I mean? I'm familiar about this type of shit." yo, Paul Pierce, yo, listen, with this
I never say the full quote. I never say the full
that
quote.
is a
Truth.
wild,
They call him the truth.
yeah. Nigga speaking truth to
Hey,
power.
bro, the truth gonna speak his truth, bro.
It's crazy,
Hey,
man.
bro, the truth gonna speak his truth.
He gonna say
bro.
what he feel.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
100% of the time, all the time. So, fucking with it or fuck out of here. Can former players jump right into a head coach role with no experience?
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
And do you think it depends on position, too?
Of what position they play?
They play.
No.
Nah.
I think it depends on the team. But
Yeah,
you
the
asking him.
team.
You asking him.
Right. So
Yeah.
you fucking with it.
Yeah, I'm fucking with it. I definitely feel like a former player can just go right into coaching. You know what I mean? Because that's also like another gift of how they played and how they taught. You
Right.
know what I mean? Or like how they saw the game. So I'm more for that. You know what I mean? Of throwing somebody in there that played before and learning on the job, because at least you're gonna get a culture. You know what I mean? And something that
New.
that person wants to bring. Yeah.
You fucking with the champ?
I fuck with it. I mean, a lot of times it don't pan out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you look at guys who have been in situations where they went straight from playing to
Yeah.
coaching, I mean, you look at Jay's Kid left us, went straight to Brooklyn,
Right.
right? I had just played against Derek Fisher 4 months ago, and he was my head coach. And you know what I mean? Like, it was like those type of
That's
situations that haven't worked out for whatever reason. They haven't worked out.
Yeah.
Do I think it's?
But Jason Kidd now, you know what I mean?
But he
You
had
can
to go
say-
through that experience.
Yeah, but like I'd rather
He's one of the best coaches.
Yeah.
He's one of the greatest minds that's out there.
bingo.
So it's no coincidence why he's in the situation that he's in.
But
now.
you gotta like with coaching, it's not like you gonna jump in that shit and start. You know, Ty Lue was one of the first ones.
Ty
but
Lue
he-
too.
But he was, he was groomed to be
Yeah.
You know, he paid his
But he
dues.
was assistants, though. You know,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He paid his
yeah.
dues to work. You know, Jason Kidd is like, you look at, man, he been the head dude for 10 years now. Like, his maturation as his genius, and, you know, because you got to think, like, if somebody tell me to be the head coach, like, I'm still at some point going to be like, yo, when I played, you know what I mean? Or thinking, like, how I play. Yeah, so, like, his maturation, and look at this team with Dallas, and, you know, just like how they trust him and how he's figured out, you know, his wizardry, his vibe. Right. And, like, these players are, you know, if I put them in the right position, I'm good. You know what I mean?
I mean, listen, like, y'all got the real insight. But from a fan perspective, I would say fuck out of here, because this is my mentality on it. For the white hats, which we got 2 of in the building, if you the white hat, right, and your coach leaves, you know what I'm saying? Your coach is, let's say, like, your coach is like a NBA legend, you know what I'm saying? Old school dude, whatever. You got a ton of respect for him. And here come this dude that you was playing with last year.
It happened.
You know what I mean? And he ain't one of them guys. You know what I mean? He's the 15th motherfucker on the bench.
But the good
and now he's like, yo, run the suicide.
In this particular situation, JJ has been away from the game.
Yeah.
So he's able to gather this information and study the game and watch the game and talk to coaches and talk to GMs and go sit in these training camps and understand the formulas of everybody. It's almost a Steve Kerr path.
Yeah.
Right? You get on TV, and to Paul's point, where he said he talked like he like he drawing up plays and shit. But that's why, because they put him in that position.
Because he ain't like
they put JJ in that position. So he's just showing what he got. They got to fill a role. Remember, Shaq says shit is scripted.
Yeah.
Like they got to fill a role and put somebody in that position. Doc Rivers was that, which is why he got the job at Milwaukee. Because he's on camera, on TV, the whole world is watching him.
Yeah.
Oh, this mindset is, oh shit, we need him. We need him over here immediately. JJ is in that same situation. They grooming, you know, he's grooming or they grooming him to be that next one. So it ain't a coincidence that the conversation is with that particular team.
Right.
Yeah, I only got
which
one
is the
problem.
Lakers, right?
Yeah.
Because I know the mind of 6.
Yep.
And if you got a mind on the intellectual standard, we gonna get along. But when you start, the minute that you start to think that you know more than me, we got a problem.
Dumb.
I ain't gonna say nothing to you, but I'm gonna let you do I'm gonna let you shoot yourself in the foot. Right. So to me, I think JJ, I fuck with it because I think JJ has an opportunity. It's just about what opportunity that he has. Because we need new culture. We need new energy in those seats today.
But you were saying the only problem you had was what?
I just got a bone to pick with JJ. He says something. You know what I mean? I think historically, you know, he's been taking shots historically. And so it's like.
At you?
No, just at the history of the game.
The game.
Like the Jerry West comment, like he played with plumbers and shit like that.
That was crazy.
That was wild, bro.
That was crazy.
That's my only problem. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, you gotta definitely respect
the OGs.
Yeah, because like, all right, think about it.
Who was the nigga he was talking about?
Jerry West, bro.
No, Jerry West played with plumbers and shit like that.
Who was the plumbers?
It was like a debate.
He was saying like that era was like plumbers and people who had jobs and shit. And I'm like, all right, cool.
He's playing against the milkman.
Niggas had jobs though, BD.
Okay, now.
It was hard times though.
Now.
The economy was different.
Yeah.
Then you go and you say, man, you know how hard it take. I have to do this much work, shoot these many shots.
That's a fact.
Get in the gym, this, da-da-da-da-da-da. You know, and tell him about his routine to be JJ Redick.
Yes.
That makes sense?
No.
So the way I liken it, if JJ Redick had to be a plumber, you know what I mean, or had a job, like you got all this free time to not be a plumber, not be a carpenter, and you JJ Redick. You ain't Jerry West.
Right.
You should have been Jerry West.
Heard you. Plus all the
So you can't diss Jerry West or anybody in that era and say they were carpenters, because what if you had a job, motherfucker, you wouldn't even be in the league. You know what I mean? Because you got to work that hard
to be you.
To be you. Yeah. to be you, which is saying like that's hella respectful, but you got to respect them dudes in that era because they put that work in. You know what I mean? So if you said, yeah.
They put in paint literally.
So there's some JJ Redicks in that era that was plumbers. You know what I mean? And like, you talking about yourself.
Right. And if they didn't have to be plumbers, man.
Hey, bro, I mean, I can just throw out some names. And he'll start laughing. You know what I mean?
Who's an old school dude that you like? Who was a plumber?
Like, you know what I mean? There's a lot of plumbers. You know what I mean? You need plumbers, though. You need, like, those dudes are specialists. People, you know what I mean, who bust their ass.
Up, man. You gonna,
like, who you gonna call? You ain't gonna call JJ Reddick?
You gonna call Ghostbusters?
You know, it's like, that's Jerry West, bro.
That's the logo, dog. So with D-Fish.
So right? D-Fish came off of a winning situation, OKC. Like, they had a chance to win. You know what I mean? Like, he was part of a winning community, right? So when we got Phil felt like Derek was the only one that can articulate what he wanted to, what Phil wanted to articulate, which was at the time the triangle offense, right? I think the triangle offense is one of the best offenses, one of the best systems ever.
For sure.
Right? It don't work unless you got somebody in each one of those positions who really know how to work that shit. But that's another story. The D-Fish part was, okay, you get rid of this guy, right? We still looking at Fish as a player. There's no disrespect to him. We looking at him as a player. So if you're talking about changing this whole culture, you went and got a player, right? And then you try to draw the line between D-Fish and us as a player, right? So that's a part of it that is the back side of the dark side of the game, right? And it wasn't D-Fish fault. It just that wasn't a position for him at that moment, coming off as a player, because as a player, you still got to go over scouting reports from what somebody else is telling you. That coach is giving you a scouting report. You ain't give yourself, you might be understanding of the game and know the game, X's and O's, but you haven't gave yourself and prepare yourself mentally to put your system in play.
Yeah, and to let
Which
it go,
is why
too.
we're saying what J Kidd is doing today is successful because he had time to let his vision play out and let his thought processes play out and X's and O's play out. When you going from the Knicks straight to Brooklyn, them X's and O's is totally different as a player and as a coach. And you taking your X's and O's as a player mindset and taking that to go with players that you played with in your era.
Yeah.
Right? So now it's a different type of dynamic.
Develop your style.
So now what we're seeing with him is that whole J Kidd, when they say he's a mastermind, he is. But we didn't get a chance to see it, and people flipped on him early on as a coach. They gave up on him because that shit takes time to play out and draw out. So the difference is JJ Redick been out for a couple years. So he's able to put a system or put whatever system he want to create, a philosophy together and gather all of this data and intel and learn from the Fishes and the J Kids and Ty Lues and everybody else.
Yeah, that was with Steve Kerr. You know what I mean? Like
it's the blueprint.
Steve Kerr looking at the Warriors and saying, like, man, this team is talented. If I had this, and this, we would play like this.
Yeah.
And I would let them be their greatness there. You know, you look at what Mark Jackson did, and it's like Steve Kerr just took some of that and said, okay, I'm take a little bit of this and this, implement it, and then here's my whole philosophy. But he got a chance to like put that philosophy together.
On TV.
Then,
On TV where we as fans, you as a fan, you heard it. You bought into, he know what the fuck he talking about. His philosophy is crazy. He needs a job.
Right.
He needs a job. And
he should be the coach of motherfucker. That's when you get on Twitter.
Right. And that's how the market value come and market share come in. Doc Rivers. It's the same, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like Doc is a legend, but they put him in that position to be on TV. So that was the first step to get back into coaching. Yeah, it's part of the game. So y'all do fuck with JJ being able to be a coach. It would have to be the right situation for him.
For sure.
Right. And respectfully, man, like how often, like as like this ain't college, B. This is the pros. You know what I mean? Everybody here's a professional. We getting paid buku money to do this.
Somebody gonna tell him shut the fuck up?
Bro, you feel me? Like, but just on some shit.
Happen anyway.
You know what I mean? Like,
that's gonna happen anyway.
How do you react to that type shit too? Because it's cause look, that's a good joke, Jay. But I seen I heard a D-Fish huddle where he said some shit, nigga, that I tell the 8-year-olds.
Yeah.
Like they put their pants on one leg at a time, just like us. I'm like, nigga, these motherfuckers.
But to D-Fish defense, he had to teach us like he was talking to an 11-year-old. Because upstairs didn't believe that we knew what the fuck D-Fish was teaching us. So he had to break it all the way down to us in the finest form, which is why the progression of that team took so long, right? We never could make the proper progression of the team because we got to break down and teach the game bit by bit. We wasn't playing 5-on-5 in practice. You playing 3-man triangle, learn how to pass out of the triangle for an hour and a half. Like this is going back to the basics of the game where they line you up across man to man and teach you how to chest pass and overhead pass and bounce pass, shit you do in camps.
And BD was like, I'm up at this.
No, BD wasn't there this time. I'm just saying this is what's coming down from Phil to D-Fish. Now D-Fish as a player, like, on one side, you're like, man, this is some bullshit. Yeah, but I understand it because I played for Phil.
Right.
But Phil was my coach. He wasn't my president.
To teach that, not hired to coach the team.
Right.
So just manage and to teach. So that's the difference. So to his defense, people probably looking at him like, damn, like, yo, defense, you gotta jump from level 1 to level 5. Be like, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta jump.
How are you gonna win? Yeah.
Has there ever been a situation for y'all where you like, man, and you even got to say the coach's name, but it's just like, the coach is like, come on, guys, we got to hustle. And you been like, man, shut the fuck up, nigga. We down 23, nigga. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, but it ain't like, it ain't shut the fuck up. It's just, all right.
You just realize, you realize like,
straight, man.
You ain't getting nothing. You ain't getting, once you realize, it ain't no energy or no intellect to tap in, you out there trying to figure some shit out by yourself.
All right, cool, we got you, coach. Then it gets to, man, this nigga bugging. Then it gets to the feedback.
Right.
In film, it gets to the, that boils.
Yeah.
And then it gets a complete shutdown. When it gets a complete shutdown, boom. When you start hearing teams arguing in the players arguing in the film and all that shit, know that something else is about to happen.
Yeah.
For sure.
So tell me about that, because that's like some, like the average fan don't know shit about the film.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all
like,
be out there killing us. Y'all be out there killing us.
And it's right, but
as
is
a
the
fan,
coach
y'all
in
be
there?
killing us, destroying us. Y'all don't know what the fuck going on behind these walls.
Right. So in the film room, is the coach frying you up? Like, yo, you missed your assignment.
Nah, you got to.
You motherfucker.
But sometimes that's not done.
Yeah.
So that's not people's personalities. Like, there was a big difference between a Woody, Mike D'Antoni, Jeff Hornacek, Derek Fisher, George Carr. It's a major difference between personalities.
Yeah.
Woody calling you out.
Right.
Hey, nigga, what you doing? What's up?
Yep.
You fucking around.
Long as on.
You get what I'm saying? George Carr was like that. He would get on you. You know what I mean? But then he'll go do something else.
Yeah, but
like,
go
the whole shit go to the
D-Fish got to a point. D-Fish, not to cut you off, but D-Fish got to the point where it was like, all right, I just got to keep it a buck with. I got to keep it a buck with these guys, like, because they already looking at me crazy. They already think I'm Phil, man. Like, it's a lot of shit that was happening.
Yeah.
So D-Fish, because he was a player that just came from that environment, he understood, I got to address this right away. I got to get in front of my players.
Right.
We got to have a player meeting.
A player meeting.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm one of them.
And Jeff Hornacek was a guy who didn't do that.
Right.
Who he wasn't as aggressive calling you out. He was passive aggressive with calling you out. So it's different type of personality.
It's all
if you have that personality, you're dead.
Yeah.
You have that passive aggressiveness, you're done in this league.
Yeah. You got to have a certain amount of confidence and collaboration to understand where to make concessions.
Right.
And you have to have a certain confidence to know that I'm not making concessions on this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so a lot of times you get coaches that they never listen. And so if you don't listen to your players, you're definitely not going to listen to your other coaches because the other coaches talk to the players.
Right.
And so you get coaches like that, right? So when, you're getting picked on in the film room, then it's like, all right, are you coaching me, dog, or are you picking on me?
Right. It's a fine line.
Because I'm a grown man. I ain't no fool. You know what I mean? Like, people take that shit personally.
That's how it be.
Or, how can you get your point across? How can you collaborate to get your point across where you understand? Like, I remember Nelly came in and we had film. We never had film, bro. And the whole film was like clips of Steve Nash and Mike Bibby setting picks for the big dudes to get layups.
I hated those film sessions.
He was like, man, these dudes are like top 5 in the league. Like, look at this. Dog, and they was setting all kind of picks, dude. Like fucking incredible picks. And I'm like, after about the 4th or 5th clip, when he started showing the Steve Nash, I said, okay, this motherfucker, he picking on me.
Yeah.
But it made me go out and pride myself of being one of the best pick setting guards.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so like you couldn't say like I'm the best.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm one of the best.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was a way, that's a way I understood it, even though it was a little embarrassing and, deflating to my ego watching, my peers being praised on another team. Like I was able to digest that.
Right.
Whereas like another coach, you feel like he was picking on you because his personality just
don't match.
It wasn't constructive at all.
Yeah, you got it. Like the coach personality got to match the team.
That's a fact.
And usually when you see a great team, the coach is not up there fucking coaching them 24/7. They more so, the winning coaches become laid back and they trust their players.
Right. They manage.
Yeah. Yo, next one up, dog.
Right.
Ludacris.
Uh-oh.
Joined Cam Newton for an interview on his Funky Friday podcast. And he told the former NFL star that in a writing contest between Jay-Z and himself, Luda said he would be the winner. Now, fuck with it or fuck out of here.
Jay don't write.
Ooh,
well,
okay. So right.
No, I'm saying, he's saying if he wrote?
Ludacris said he would be the winner.
If Jay wrote.
If they sat down and write a verse. Or make a verse, craft a verse. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's all up here.
Luda pen game is crazy.
Yeah, Luda got a sick verse.
Yeah, his pen game is crazy.
He got a sick verse.
Right. So the question here is, fucking with it or fuck out of here? For one verse on a track, could Luda rock that shit better than Hov?
Oh. One verse?
I have a huge philosophy on
it depends.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you what. It depends on. It depends. What the fuck do it depend? What am I talking about?
I would say you're never gonna get a great Jay-Z verse. He's never gonna give you a great feature.
I think. Okay, so to that point,
unless you on his shit,
right? Okay.
Or he respects you. Or he respect you.
See, he respects
your
Luda.
craft. Yeah,
I believe he respect a Luda, so he know if I got to write against a Luda for one verse, I gotta come correct.
Right,
I gotta come correct. Luda done been there with Nas.
Yeah, Luda got verses.
Luda done verse with everybody.
Yeah,
Luda gonna give you the hardest verse, but like,
and it's 8 bars.
No, like if we got a single, Luda gonna give you a hard verse, and you gonna be able to quote that verse. Jay-Z, if he's into it,
you gotta
like
Google it.
you got something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got something. But for me, I don't think Jay-Z would give you his best work.
right. For you to put on your shit.
Yeah, not at all.
Yeah. Okay. Copy.
God
if Jay-Z gave
God
you
God did. What you mean? Nah, I respect Luda pen game. I know him personally, so I respect Luda pen game.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, but I'm not taking
Jay,
Ludacris
you know,
over Jay-Z.
I never even heard of Jay writing the song. You know what I mean? So
I'm still not taking Ludacris over Jay-Z.
I
but
don't-
a Luda verse would be fire.
it would
Fire,
be fine.
yeah.
Luda verse, he gonna give you a killer verse.
Yeah, he'll give a killer verse.
Killer
All day.
verse.
My shit is it's a respectful fuck out of here because I think for Luda there's more variables. You know what I mean? Like with Hove, bro, give me a Neptune's beat, give me a Timberland beat,
Yeah.
give me a Primo beat, give me a fucking RZA beat. I'ma smoke that shit.
And
With
style of play.
exactly.
Okay.
Like I feel like he's more versatile than Luda.
Mhm.
And he's more serious than Luda too. I feel like Luda, a lot of his shit is like Luda, ha.
Who's more versatile, Luda or
Hov.
Hov?
I think Hove. Like
No.
beat
Nah.
wise.
Luda.
Beat wise.
Picking production?
Picking production, flowing over different type of beats. You know
I
what I'm
think
saying?
Jay raps. He raps.
He raps
in
over
his
shit.
moment though. Whatever moment he's in,
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
moment he's feeling, those are the type of tracks that he's picking. Like,
Mhm.
well, if you like it, cool. If you don't, cool. Like, but this is what I'm giving you because I'm in this frame of mind
Right.
Yeah.
right now. So it depends on what frame of mind Jay is in. If you catch him in August and he in the Hamptons and he rolling, you gonna catch that summer vibe,
Yeah,
Jay.
you gonna catch that
If it's
vibe.
cold and you see Jay with the shit and his shit is rugged
gonna
and
give
you
you
know,
the raw.
you
Yeah.
know what time it is. So it depends on the
He gonna
moment
give you
that
the
you
corner
catch
store.
Jay Pen Game in.
It really
Right.
depends on your song.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, that's the thing.
Who's picking the track?
Yeah, who
right.
picking
Who's
the
DJing
track?
the motherfucker? Where we
Yeah.
at? What time is it? Is it a barbecue? Am I in the whip smoking? Like, what's going on? That's
That's
Also
what I mean, but
another
I
variable.
like the what he's saying though.
yeah.
It's just you gotta find if you catch Jay on, on the summertime vibe, if you catch Jay on God did time,
yeah.
those are two different times that you
Right.
catch Jay
Yeah.
on. You know what I mean? So
And also, man, if you a rapper, it's the same thing with hoop. Like, it's like, bro, I'm busting your ass, bro.
yeah, but I feel like I can
Yeah.
bust your ass too.
Yeah.
All
And
day.
you also know that I'm nice.
Yeah, you
Right.
know,
you know I
sick.
can't come to
Yeah.
play with you. I can't come if I'm playing. I can't come to play with BD. I can't go play with certain. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I know what time
I
it
gotta
is.
lock in.
I might get the win or he might get the win,
Yeah.
but we know, okay, this is gonna be crazy. So
And then one verse is like,
Yeah.
shit, that's like 1-5.
yeah.
That don't mean that, you gotta play
Might be
10
3-2.
games. Yeah.
Like, 10 games.
Five,
series, dog.
5 or 4.
You
You know what I'm
gotta
saying?
play
Like,
10
go
games
to
to see how
3.
many of those one
Right.
verses
Word.
make
Game
you
3,
better.
game to
but
5.
if it's
Yeah,
a
nah.
verse,
What Luda got is a motherfucking pop feature every summer that does a gazillion streams.
That's his versatility.
Yeah,
that's his versatility.
Yeah.
That's his strong suit.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
He'll jump on a Justin Bieber joint.
he gonna,
You know what I
he gonna
mean?
give you a
Like,
sick verse.
Yeah.
He definitely gonna give you a sick verse.
Yeah, man. All right. Summer Olympics. Right around the corner. The governing body is dead ass about athletes not being able to have, you know what I'm saying?
Relations.
Relations. You know what I'm saying? While participating. So much so, in fact, that the athlete villages, they're placing what they call anti-sex beds in the rooms. It's basically beds that are smaller than a twin size, so only one person can fit.
Man, they don't know, man. People have been
I'm about to say, listen. So listen, the question is,
good job. Good job, government.
excellent.
Who needs a bed?
Fuck
Out of here, government.
So the fucking one of the fuck out of here is,
Fuck out of here, yo.
should athletes be able to get busy after their performances like they in a Burger King bathroom? Shout out to Humpty Hump for that one, you know what I'm saying?
Man, come on, man.
I never
He's
been
a
to the
grown-
Olympics, so I don't know.
Yeah, he
they-
just said Coach K ain't let him come.
Hating ass.
Well, yeah, I mean, you would have known about getting buns in the Olympic Village, but I'm a hater.
Ain't nobody
can't
at the
be-
ain't nobody at the Olympics like
Think about
focus on
smashing.
no buns, bro. Like whatever I
Yeah.
would say, like if it's something cracking, it's cracking. You know what I mean? But it's
Yeah.
like you're not training hard to go to the Olympics to go get no buns. You're going to
yeah.
get
Yeah, no, that's true.
a medal.
But like y'all there for basketball, you know what I'm saying? That's like a
But,
big.
but so think about us though. We there for basketball where we get to come back and play we got another season and another season. They got 4 years. Every 4 years.
right.
Yeah.
So they are locked the fuck in. Them
Locked
other athletes,
in,
Olympic
bro.
athletes ain't thinking about, but
The Wild
they
Boy
get
medal.
it cracking over there.
That's
though.
what I'm about to
Them
say. I was
Olympic
like,
villages be crazy.
dog, I'm saying, if I'm over there for archery, my nigga, you know what I'm saying? And it's
Archery,
like,
your shit, your tournament, and like the first 3 days.
You feel me? And
So
there's
you
some
got,
bad
the whole,
joints
you
out
got the
there.
whole Olympics to be. Basketball
It's
is
like
the
it's
last.
over.
Yeah, basketball
It's like
last
the
event.
4-year season is over.
In 3
I'm
days.
going hard.
In 3 days. I'm working on for 3 days.
That's killer, yeah.
Yeah, they
Basketball's
Man,
the
they
last
gotta do
event.
something. Well, move them out. You know what I mean? Like when your
move
shit
'em out.
over, when your shit over, man, get your ass up
Now
out
they
of here
move
so
'em out and
everybody else can
Their
focus.
apartments be empty. So now some people may, you know what I mean? Like it's shit go down, man.
Yeah,
You gotta think it's every
That's a
country
movie.
it's every country.
That's a movie, dude.
Every country in the
That might
world
be the next
is at
movie
the
we
Olympics.
write.
You
It's
over there?
representation.
Like, yo, I want to hear something from Bulgaria. You know what I'm saying?
catch
Like,
Bulgaria.
I need a Belgian shorty.
I think like catch Bulgaria.
You gotta be careful.
You gotta be careful, man. That's the reason why the condom machines be running all this shit in the Olympics, bro. You better be careful. Okay. I'm so glad we stayed away
We
from
got Olympic Village like
Yo, we
this.
stayed man.
Yo,
He got the hat on with the torch.
yeah,
Hey, bro,
the little
no.
funny, the little Ralph Lauren
My
hat.
shit over in 2 more
That's a
days.
fact.
After I lose this swimming. Yeah, like, what you here for, my nigga? I'm here to swim. Like, you know this nigga ain't got no chance.
You got a whole schedule of events you gonna watch. You ain't even participating.
He won the Olympic trials from his country. He was the only one signed up. That's the hustle. That's the new hustle.
Hey, listen, man. I'm sorry.
Hey, they gonna turn the Olympic Village into Freak Nick. You gonna have all kind of dudes get dual citizenship and shit. What you here for? Archery. Motherfucker missed.
Shoot shots.
He only had to hit the target one time to qualify.
I'm the illest archer in Romania, boy. Fuck with your boy.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
Yo,
Wow.
y'all know what time it is, man. 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. BD, man, thank you. Appreciate you coming through, you know what I mean? Baron Davis, a legend. You heard?
I love you, Tim.
You know what it is, man. We bring people up here, we give them their flowers, we give them love, you know what I mean? We get into conversation, we talk about the culture, but most of all, we have a good motherfucking time, y'all. 7 p.m. in Brooklyn, baby. It's your boy, Carmelo Anthony the God.
Yeah.
Human Do-Rag Flap, BD, he's here. South Central in the house, you heard? We'll be right back next Thursday. You know what I'm saying? Stay right there, stay locked in, and make sure you subscribe, because I made a bet with Melo that we doing 250 by June. I'm saying fuck July, like I said earlier.
I said 265 by June.
You know what I'm saying? Let's go, baby. 300, let's get it.